I absolutely love Chapter 2, so I had to drop back in to make another Fortnite video. This isn't even my main video of the week, but I have done so many of these in the past, and on top of that, I'm really excited for this whole season to come out, so I thought, why not run it back and make another one? But I mean, I really feel like this is what I've needed to enjoy the game lately. Like I said in my last video, I've been pretty burnt out of Chapter 5 in general. Not really sure what it is. I think it's a pretty fun chapter and overall some really good concepts, but I just haven't found myself enjoying it that much. So I feel like this Chapter 2 remix is a good refresh for me, even though it is cutting Season 4 short. At this point, I'm really excited to just go into this Chapter 2 remix thing because let's be real, best chapter of all time. But yeah, I really don't have anything else to say. Either way, let's just get into it. Now, I started with the Battle Pass just to get it out of the way. I think this Battle Pass is pretty good overall. There are some misses, but we'll get into that. For starters, the Meowscles Midas skin I think is actually pretty good. It definitely is a meme skin, so I'm not going to wear it as much, but, you know, I'm all here for it. It looks cool. The 8-Ball reskin looks amazing. I'm super happy they used him. I really wanted them to do that. That's the only thing I really cared about, and I'm so happy they actually went with it. The TNTina Ocean remix skin looks really good. Top 2 in the Battle Pass just behind 8-Ball. But when it comes to the Chaos Agent or Guff skins, I don't really think they were necessarily needed. The Chaos Agent one is kind of cool, but the Guff skin is just stupid in my opinion. I don't really care about it. I just don't like meme skins in general. I'm not going to find myself wearing a lot of them because there's just too much of them at this point in my opinion. And I just feel like you had so many slots left for Season 3. Why not use some of those? The only thing we got close to Season 3 was the TNTina skin. But listen, they brought Chapter 2 back. That's all I really care about, so I'm not going to complain too much. Props to Epic. W pass, and I'm really excited for the season, like I said. Alright, now I'm gonna start off by talking about the loot pool, and I will say this: Fortnite has posted on their Instagram, on their story, that they're not going to be adding anything past Season 3, I'm pretty sure. They said it was only going to be early season content. And while I know that they're focusing on the first 3 seasons, I do kind of wish they would put some of the later Chapter 2 content in here. But at the end of the day, I'm honestly fine with them just doing 3 seasons. I think it gives them a lot more time to breathe. And when I look at someone like OG, I feel like it was a little bit messy because it just focused on way too much. But enough of all of this yapping, let's get into the loot pool, which I am super happy about. Now, from an AR standpoint, I know a lot of people had some big complaints this chapter. I actually enjoyed most of the ARs that came to the game, and hot take, I don't really care about bola drops, so this has been a pretty fun season AR wise for me. But I still am really happy to visit the OG Scar, the Burst, the TAC AR, because I feel like Chapter 5 really butchered the TAC AR overall. So just going back to using the superior guns is going to be a lot more fun overall in my opinion. Even though I did really enjoy the ARs this chapter though, I think the shotgun meta has been terrible. I think the only 2 good shotguns the entire chapter were the Combat and the Gatekeeper. The absolute worst thing about this shotgun meta though is it's not balanced at all. The Gatekeeper is the best gun in the loot pool and you somewhat need it. You don't need it, but you know, it is the best gun and it overpowers everything else. So I'm just really excited to go back to an actual shotgun meta that's balanced and has a lot more guns to offer. So yeah, that's my main thing that I'm super excited to go back to and see. I mean, really, I just want to see my glorious TAC come back to the game. But yeah, overall, Chapter 2 had the best loot pool, gun-wise at least. I think Chapter 4 had a lot of really fun items, but gun-wise, it goes to Chapter 2 any day. Had great ARs, had amazing shotguns, had some really good snipers, SMGs, all of those stuff. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do next season and what they're going to decide to put in and put out. Now, before I get into the map, I want to talk about some miscellaneous stuff real quick. Number 1, we need helicopters, boats, trucks, and sharks back. We haven't seen them in so long, and those are some of the things that made Chapter 2 really special. So you guys better bring them back, at least the choppers. Second of all, we need to see mythics and bosses back for Season 2 and Season 3. If they don't do this because they only want the bad guys as bosses now for some storyline reason, I'm going to crash out. I do not care about the Fortnite storyline in Chapter 2 remix. I really don't care. Just put the bosses in the game. And the third and final thing is you need to keep mansling and sprinting in here, which is something I know they're going to do, but there's going to be some complaints. I don't know how you're going to complain about this. If they take out these 2 mechanics, it will make the game feel so slow and just hard to get through. And let's be real, you don't even really want that. Most of the people that complain about this probably weren't even born when OG was a thing. But yeah, the final thing I want to touch on is the map. I think Chapter 2 had the best map overall. One of the best maps to play on. Some of the most iconic POIs were here, so I'm really happy to see a lot of these return. My main thing is I'm fine with them remixing POIs. I just want to see all of them return unless they're going to replace it with something new, something interesting. But I don't want another OG situation where they leave out some locations. I feel like just put the regular map in, remix some of the POIs if you want to, and call it a day. And well, yes, a lot of the chapter 2 locations aren't as depth in detail or as cool in concept. These were some of the greatest locations to play on just because they were so well built for the game. And I really feel like every single chapter has done an amazing job at making locations that were fun to play on, this and that. But I think chapter 2 just did it the best overall because they had some of the most iconic POIs, like I said. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys in this video. I'm super excited for the season to come out. It comes out on Saturday, which is pretty close by, and I have been posting a lot of Fortnite content lately. I don't know if my next Fortnite video is going to be anytime soon. It will probably be about chapter 2 OG once it comes out, this and that, but definitely not anytime in the near future, and that means, you know, in the next 2 or 3 weeks. But either way, let me know down below what you guys are most excited to see in this season, and I'll see you guys later.